Hey y'all, hey! So in today's video, I want to show you how to make a Punch Buggy Football Car with only $6.15. Okay, let's go and get into it.
A journey through time.
Hey y'all, hey! Welcome to A Journey Through Time. I'm your girl, Wendy. If you're oldie but goodie, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. So as I was saying, listen, it's football season is here, and a lot of people want to make different type of things pertaining to football. So I figured let's make a Punch Buggy football car, okay? And it's only going to cost you $6.15, and I'm going to show you how. First, let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is the little seat that's going to go inside of it. If you can't do this right here, I have another one right here that I was working on as well with a little opening in it. But if you don't feel like you can do this, there would be a template, a free template that you can download, and then trace it out, cut it out, size it up to the size that you need, and you have one. Okay. This one I decided not to put the little gap in it, as you can see right here. I did with this, but let's get to the things that you need. So first thing you need is the 2-pack of little foam circles. So you need 2 of those. Make a total of 4. All right. 125 and 125. All right. Then you're going to need the cardboard. I found the Dollar Tree cardboard. Now, this here is Hobby Lobby size cardboard, as y'all can see. The 3 little pieces in it connected to it. But we're doing this on a budget. So I have used the Dollar Tree cardboard, which is this size right here. Okay, this is one of those little side pieces that I just showed you. And then it gives you the middle piece and the other side piece. I've already cut some off of this, but 125, right? Okay, and then you're going to get these 2 football mats from Dollar General. They're only $1 a piece. That's $2 more, right? Okay. That brings it up to $5.75. You add your tax on it, brings it up to $6.15. All right. Boom. Now we got the cost down. We got everything down that we need. Now let me show you what it would look like. This is not decorated, okay? You have to decorate it however you like to decorate it, but this is what I'm talking about. Okay. And the reason I came up with the little seat, because we all like to have some type of backing for our box, for our baskets, right? So this here would be this could be your backing for your box whenever you put your gifts inside here, okay? So it actually is your seat, and this is your dune buggy, okay? And then you can decorate this any kind of way you want to. I'm just trying to show you how to get the foundation started to have a Punch Buggy football car, okay? And then if you want to make it your own team, you can, or however you want to do it, that is your choice, okay? So let's go and get started so I can show you how to make this really quick. All right, so if you cannot find any Dollar Tree board, the little tri boards for 125, and then you have to go to Hobby Lobby, your price is going to go up a little more. You know, the Hobby Lobby boxes, tri boards is $2.99, but you know, you could still go that route. Okay, so first things first, decide how big you want your foundation to be. So for mine, this one here that I did right here on this Punch Buggy, I think it's a 15 by 10. Let me see. 15 by 10 and a half. Yes. So the bottom of it, the bottom base is 15 by 10 and a half. This one's going to be smaller. Okay. So you're going to cut you out a square. Depends on how big you want yours to be. Mine, the height on this one is going to be 14 and a half by 10. Okay. 14 and a half in the height, 10 in the width. Okay. So knowing that much, you'd want to cut you one of those. And then you're going to cut you two side pieces, which I did not do, but I should have. And that's going to be for your front and your back. And I thought I did that already, but I guess I didn't. So anyway, once you cut this out, this is what's important first. So we're just going to worry about this first. So cut out your size that you want for your foundation, your bottom piece, okay? And then you get one of your mats. Get one of your mats, all right? And you want to make the mat like the car I just did. You would probably want to keep this part. So I would suggest turning it this way on your board, okay? And finding you a little cutoff point to where you want the football to be cut off at. So what you can do is you can just glue this down to your cardboard. I'm gonna go ahead on and add some glue here. Now the mats don't really care for the glue that much, but you know, hey, what can you do? So I'm gonna place it right down here on it just like this, rub across it the best I can. Push that glue down so it don't seep and make little dents, too many dents in it, because of course we all know this is a table mat. So it really shouldn't be used for this anyway, but you know, we're creative over here, so we like doing stuff like this, right? So I might have made this one a little too low, which is fine, but as you can see, I'm cutting the extra off right here. And you could save that for something else. And this is the part that we want right here. The reason why we cut this flat is because we want it to be flat whenever it goes up against our bottom piece over here, okay? Now, let's flip it over. I'm going to apply our other piece on this other side. You can eye it, or you could just go with the flow. If you prefer to eye it to get the right size, just bump it up against the one you already have made, or should I say have glued on the cardboard, and give yourself some kind of little indentation or something that will help you see where to place it. Like, let me see. I'm gonna take the scissors and maybe do a little split there on each end. Sorry if I'm in your way. Okay. So all I did was just put a little split there, just so I'll know. Flip it over. But if they're still not the right size when you do it, you could always cut it down. I make mistakes all the time, so I always got something a little uneven. Okay. Make sure this is up front, up top. So I know I'm gonna go past this little cut thing I got over here a little bit, and I'm fine with that because I can make them even when I'm ready. I'd rather have too much than not enough. Okay. Then you're gonna come and cut this off as well. Okay. All right. So these are your two sides for your little Punch Buggy car. So what you're gonna do next is just cut these out. To have on your car if you want it to be a little lower, which I have no choice because I cut it a little too short, but that's fine. I can still use it. So now I got to cut it to fit. So this is what I mean by measuring it just right. I have to cut it to fit my fit evenly, should I say. So what you got to do now is take your board and make sure that it is the size that you need it to be. Now, if it's too long, like how mine is, you see how far this comes out? Hold on. That's because I'm making a smaller one, and this football is huge, okay? So what I would have to do is cut off my edges. But I could pick which side I want to put on first. I want both of the lines to show. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, if you end up going as wide as your football, this will not be an issue. The football itself is probably, like I said, mine is 14 and a half or 14. This is 17 inches. Okay. This is a pretty big mat. So you could either cut off what you need or you could leave it on. That's really by choice. Okay. What I want to show really is the white parts on it. So whenever I do this, I can mark it where I want it to show up. Okay. So say for instance, I want to glue this down just like this. All right. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to glue your edges to both sides of the box to make your Punch Buggy car. I'll leave it on for right now. I didn't think about this before showing you guys, but I think I'm going to leave it on right now. And I'm just going to add the glue. But I don't worry about stuff like this because it's so fixable. Add your glue. Place it down where you want it to be. And if it's not where you want it to be, then move it to where it needs to be. Glue dries so fast. And do the same on the other side. Already halfway there. Okay. Now I'm trying to see if I think this was it. Let me see for sure. Okay, I did have one side cut. I just wrote on it. Okay. So once you have these here down the way you want them, right? And if you did what I did and you want to cut these off, you could cut the sides off or you could leave it on until you put your front and your back on. Me, I'm going to just go ahead on and chop mine off on this side. Okay. That's what I did. I just chopped it off and made a little oval-like shape. Nothing perfect or fancy, just something that'll work for me. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing on this side because I really don't need this to be this big. And the other one I made, I was just making it, trying it, and then now I'm over here having to cut this one down because I know I don't need a box that big. Okay. You can shape it up and make it still look like the football, or you could just cut it to shorten it. Either way is not going to change your style. Okay. This end over here, it looks like this end is actually on good. And this one is not. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit on this side. And all I'm doing is just cutting it down till it gets to the end of my box where I want it to be. There we go. it's the way I want it to be. Still has the shape, but smaller. Okay, so now you have those two pieces. So whatever your bottom was in size, you need to cut you off two more pieces like that. So my bottom was 10 inches wide. Okay, now height wise, I didn't gauge the height. I just cut off a piece. So you cut you off a 10 by 10. You're not going to need all of it. All right. So what I did was, after I bumped it up to the side of this, because your sides for both pieces should match up to the same size as this in width. Okay. Now I'm going to do a fold and make it a little bit more flexible because it's so thick, and you know how cardboard is. All I'm doing is making it flexible. Y'all know, y'all see me do this all the time. Just bend it in the direction that I want it to go in. And that's what I love about cardboard. All right, just like that. So now it's all bent up a little bit, like I done beat it up. So you can do one or two things. You can bump yours to the outside and glue it, or you can do it on the inside. So first things first, I'm going to cut some of this off because I don't want it that high. Your back definitely needs to be a little higher than your front. So you pick how high you want your bumper to be. So if I make this my back, then of course I need it to be a little high. I do ivy things. I'm sorry. 5.5. So if this was a 10, now it's a 5. Okay. And so for me, I could take it and put it on the inside, or I could bump it on the outside and glue it. If you bump it on the outside, you could bump it right here and glue it to the outside of your box. Okay. Now I did both on the other card. So on the dune buggy that I just showed you, let me show you again. Right here is the inside. I did the inside and the back. And then the front, I did the outside. I put it on the outside of it. So it's really your preference. Okay. It's really your preference how you choose to do it. But me, I think what I'm going to do, y'all, I'm going to cut this 10-inch down to maybe a 9-inch. How about that? I'm just going to cut a little lip off of it because it ain't fitting in there. Okay. So I'm trying to size it up because if you use it for the inside, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place today. But if you use this cardboard for the inside instead of the outside, you're going to have to cut it down. Okay. Until it fits to your liking. Just like that. Okay. So I would glue it in just like this. All right. And then I will come up with it once it's glued and glue it on the inside of the car. That make any sense at all. So I'm going to run a bead of glue right here. Take my piece. Open up my two sides so I can get it in there good. And when I know that it's touching like it's supposed to and it's lined up, I'll just press it down. Until it dries. Once it dries, then I will line it up and glue both sides. So now, where's my other piece? I'm not sure. So I might have to cut another one while that one's drying. I'm gonna flip it on over here and see if this one here is big enough to even go in here without me having to go through any trouble. And it is, and I love that for me. So I'm gonna cut me another piece. So with my sides being, with this here being as small as it is, this foundation, like I said, is a 10 by 14 and a half. And my sides to go inside of it is really like a 9, about a 9.5, shy of a 9.5. You can cut your two pieces for the front and the back 9.5 in order for it to go on the inside of it. But if it's a 10, a solid 10 like this is, you have to bump it up to the bottom of your box and glue it on the outside. So it's really your preference. You're not really forced to do it either way. It's just whatever works for you. So if I stick this in here, I could do this the same way. And this is my shorter piece, okay? If you don't want a shorter piece, you can definitely make them the same size. These here, actually, these are the same size, but I don't want it the same size. So I'm gonna just cut this one down a little bit more. I want the front one to be a little shorter than the back, or the back to be shorter. Okay, so I'm gonna put some hot glue right here. And just stick the board on in there. And lay it down till it dries. Just like that. Okay. Come back to your other side if it's dry. And now you can fold it in and glue the sides in. It's glued down. Your little dune buggy box part of it is ready to go. Okay, so then all you need to do is put some wheels on it. And excuse me. And in this case, I did not put any sticks or anything at the bottom of this. All right, there's no sticks whatsoever on my other box. I'll show you that. Nothing holding this together. See that? So what I did was, after I cleaned up my sides and made sure that they're not sticking out, which mine are, because you want your wheel to lay flush up against your little box, okay? So that means you've got to make sure that this here is not in the way. When you get ready to do that, it won't lay down flat. Okay, then you can take your wheel, figure out where you want it to be on here, line it up just right for your front and your back, and you just glue it on. That's all I did. So what I did was I gauged it halfway, or my halfway mark would be on here. All right. You can measure it, or you could just play it by ear. It's really your choice, but just like this. So figure out which one's going to be the back and which one's going to be the front. This is definitely going to be the back of my car. And this is going to be the front because it's lower in the front. And so what I do, I like to bring the wheel up a little closer to the front where you can see it a little bit peeking out. And I just added glue right here where I'm going to lay this wheel at. That's it. Add a good amount of glue, okay? Don't be stingy with it. Then add your wheel where you think you want it to sit and how high you want it to be. And you just stick it on there, just like that. Okay, so once you have your Ladoon Buggy wheels on and everything, it's pretty much set to do whatever you want to do, to decorate it however you want to decorate it. I did leave the download where you can put the little seat in as your backer. So you're going to cut it down to whatever size your little car is, okay? So in this case, I think mine is cut down to a 10. Just size it up and then just push it down in there like that. And then you have see it? Then you have the actual car ready to go, and you can decorate it the way you want to. So move this over to the side. You can add your custom designs on whatever it is that you want to put on yours. Now, because there's so many teams out there, you might not want to just cater to one team or two teams. You might want to keep the theme as just a football theme, and then you can just put, whatever gift that you want to put inside of it. Let me turn the camera up some, y'all. Like I said, I'm not together today. I don't really know what's going on with me, but anyways. So you can see that this one here is much bigger than that one. Okay, let me see. Where's my front? Where's my back? This is my front. My back is always higher than my front. Okay, so that's how I know the difference. And this in here, I started putting some of the wrapping that I use for my earmuffs on here. So my back seats can have some type of seat covering. So you can buy this here from Hobby Lobby. All right. Sometimes you can get it on sale. Sometimes you can't. Let me show you one real quick. Like this one here is a bag that I got for $1.99. I don't know if you can see the tag on it. And this is yellow. And so this is where you can customize your little seats inside of your box if you want. So say if I wanted to do the Steelers, then I can take this yellow and wrap it around my seat covers, my seat, and make it like a seat cover. Yellow, right? Or I can leave it at one neutral color and let it stay like that. So what I would do if I wanted to do this is I would just add one bead of glue right here, a line of glue. I'm not going to really go into decorating it, but I do want to give you an idea. So I really don't know exactly what I want to do with mine yet. Right? And then you just take this bring it around the cardboard, and just wrap it around until you cover the entire seat. Okay? You can pick little places that you want to, add some glue to it. So this one here is already cut. And that's probably why it's on sale. And that's fine with me too, because they're usually $7.99 for these things. And even though I'm complaining, I usually get it anyway. You can also get these at Dollar Tree. I don't know the quality of them, but you could get the same. I think you could get the same ones from Dollar Tree and save a couple of coins. Like that. So this is what I mean by you can make it fancy however you want to. Okay? And go all the way up to the top of this. And then after you do that, then you can put it back into your box. Okay? And your seat covers will already be on. You can also make you some circles out of the same cardboard we just used. All I did to make my circles was use a lid from a jar. I put it on the cardboard and traced around it, and I cut it out. You can take these, you can make them eyes for the front of the car. I don't want to put the actual lights on it like I did the kid cars, because this is pretty much for an adult. So I don't want to make it too kiddie. I just feel like it will be if I did that. So for the back, you could also put these as the back lights. If you wanted some back lights, or if you want the lights to be square, you know what I'm saying? So once I'm ready to decorate it, just put me some foam on there, whatever color, or I could do the theme that I want, okay? But whatever you decide to do to your car, you can do it. I just wanted to give you an idea on how you can make a little football punch buggy for under $7. Okay, for $6 and what I say, 15 cents, 17 cents, something like that. But as you can see, I have two now. Two different sizes, but two. And it really don't take that much time. Okay? And once you fill them up with whatever you fill it up with and you dress it up a little bit, then you can make you some money off of it, nevertheless. Okay? And it only costs you that much to make a custom box for it, which brings more attention to the gift. Okay. As always, I appreciate you watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I really look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.